huge news coming out of Japan, and if you were a fan of the Daiwa SALTIGA 2020, then you're going to want to stick around for this video because there's some really big news coming straight out of Japan. The Daiwa is now bringing out a 2025 SALTIGA reel. This thing is going to be epic, and in this video we're going to find out a little bit more about the new upcoming reel, and I'm going to let you in on how you can become one of the first people in the world to secure a 2025 SALTIGA spinning reel for yourself. I've been lucky enough to already have a pre-inspection of the new 2025 SALTIGA. I've seen a number of the different models, and I guess for me, I'm a big fan of Daiwa and I'm a big fan of SALTIGA, and when they brought out the 2020 SALTIGA, this one here that I'm holding, I just thought to myself, and I've fished with it for the 5 years that it's been out, and I've just thought to myself, how is it possible to make this reel better? They absolutely nailed this reel. This spinning reel is the best reel on the market currently. They nailed it. How can they make this thing better? Is it possible? And walking away from the event that I went to where I got to see the new reels and feel them, Daiwa have absolutely nailed the 2025 SALTIGA. It is better than this reel from just, feeling it, looking at it, running through some of the technology that's in the reel. They really have knocked the 2025 SALTIGA out of the park. And I think when you guys see this reel in the flesh for yourself, you're gonna realize just how good it is, because this reel here is outstanding, but imagine this even better. And that's what we're getting out of the 2025 SALTIGA. So the biggest thing, or the biggest improvement that we are seeing in the 2025 SALTIGA is the incorporation of power drive design. Power drive design consists of two technology units: the body unit, which is power drive engine, and the rotor unit, which is power drive rotor. So we have a very, very heavy duty saltwater spinning reel. The power drive engine consists of an oversized power digigear and a roller power oscillation. And in the power drive rotor, which is a heavy duty rotor, we're receiving a crank power bail and a tough line roller system. With 2025 SALTIGA, you are going to experience raw strength redefined with the power drive engine body unit, okay? Featuring an oversized power digigear and a power roller oscillation system, this delivers unmatched winding power and smoothness durability. The oversized power digigear is approximately about 10% larger and 6% thicker than the previous model. So the gear of the reel, all that cranking power, we've got about an extra 10%, okay, on the size of the gear. So this thing it's designed to catch super big fish with ease and stop anything that swims in the water. So the power drive system, we saw this in a similar system in their smaller reels, okay, with air drive. So here we have an Exist. This is one of the first reels that we saw air drive system in, and pretty much the rotor is sculptured and flows with the reel, okay? So that's what we're now going to see in SALTIGA, but SALTIGA is a lot more heavy duty and it's called a power drive system. So in the 2020, it's a little bit more rigid, it's a little bit more square. When you look at an Exist like this one, it's all sculptured. There's no screw holes anywhere. It's made to flow with the reel, and that system there, that rotor design, makes the reel so much more fluid and so much smoother. When you pick up a 25 SALTIGA, you'll see it's going to be very similar to this air drive system. That's just, it flows with the reel. So the biggest thing that I noticed when I was feeling the new 25 SALTIGA is just how smooth it is and how minimal amount of inertia there is, okay? When they brought out 20 SALTIGA, I really didn't think there was any inertia in this reel. I thought it was as smooth as it could get, because it is super smooth. But 25 SALTIGA is buttery smooth, and the way they've actually been able to do this is by putting rollers. So they've put little roller bearings on the oscillation system. So the reel is ultra buttery smooth. That's what I can't get over for such a heavy duty saltwater reel, just how smooth it is. And I'll put a little picture up of how they've actually incorporated those little roller bearings into the oscillating system, and it's just made a world of difference to how smooth the reel is. So by adding these bearings to the oscillating system, they've actually reduced the friction by 20%, and this is a significant improvement over the previous model. Now, one of the most interesting things on this reel is the new DRD drag system. Now, this DRD drag system, they've actually done away with carbon drag washers, which it's just so weird. They've got metal drag washers now. This is in the 18, 20, and 25,000 size reel. It's a metal drag washer with a little metal roller in it. Now, it's totally different, and I'll put some pictures up now so you can see just how different this system is. This is for heavy duty fishing and heavy loads. They reckon this drag system will last 4 times longer than a standard traditional carbon drag. It'll produce less heat, and you'll actually get a smoother drag out of this. So this is only available in the 18, 20, and 25,000 size reel. In the smaller size reels where you are not requiring as much heavy duty drag, they will still run a carbon drag ATD system. But in the larger reels, they will now have this new DRD system. And this is something I'm really looking forward to trying out, because it's something new, it's something totally different. I mean, who's seen a fishing reel with, metal drag washers before? So this is going to be interesting. Daiwa reckon they have extensively tested this, and this is a new, better way of running your drag system in the larger size reels. You will also be able to upgrade your smaller size reels via an SLPW, via a Daiwa spool, aftermarket spool upgrade kit, but it's really only for the heavy duty large reels. Another improvement that we are seeing is also an angle on the spool lip. So this now, if we look at the previous model, is quite a straight lip. Okay, on the new 25, we are going to have a bit more of an angle there. Now, this is to aid with line coming off and going onto the reel. Daiwa has tested that this design is going to give you a bit of an increase in performance, so you will get a slightly better cast, and the reel will actually lay line better onto the spool. Now, the reels are available from an 8,000 to a 25,000 size. We are seeing the addition of a larger reel. The previous 20 Saltiga only went up to a 20,000, but now we are going up to a 25,000. 25,000 is designed primarily for targeting big tuna, okay? Really, we're talking like 100 kilo, 200 kilo tuna. It's getting quite popular in certain places of the world, and that's what that reel is designed for. For us in Australia, I think we're going to use that reel for switch baiting for billfish, and I also think for drone fishing. I think the 25,000 is going to be a very popular drone fishing reel. The body of the reel is still that 18, 20,000 size body, but we see a bigger rotor and a significantly bigger spool to hold an absolute stack of line. Now, the new Saltiga 25 is the next generation of spinning reels, guys. This thing, I'm telling you, when you pick it up and you feel one of these reels, you're going to understand what I'm talking about. Daiwa has absolutely nailed it, and I think these things are going to tame some bloody big fish when they come out. Now, the next up, I guess everybody wants to know about the pricing, and the pricing of these reels they're pretty similar to the old models. We've only seen a very small increase in pricing, and the 8,000s will start from $14.99, and the 25,000 will be $16.49 Australian dollars. So they've kept the pricing pretty similar to the old model, which is pretty reasonable considering the times. One thing I also wanted to point out to you guys, we obviously have a fairly large international viewer base, okay, and we send product all over the world. This is one thing that totally, I just can't believe we get this amount of support around the world. But I just wanted to really point out to you that today, on this date, it is the 30th of December, okay, and $1 is buying $1.60 Australian dollars. So for everybody that's around the world and trades in US dollars, you could make a purchase on our website right now. If you were to buy the 8,000 size reel at 1,499 Australian dollars, that is only going to cost you $935 US. And we can ship worldwide, okay? We can, depending on who you choose, whether you want to ship with DHL, TNT, FedEx, whatever it is, you have the option of checkout. But I just wanted everybody that's watching overseas to know that you can purchase from us at a extremely reasonable price, and we can get your reel to you. Now, how can you be one of the first people in the world to get your hands on a 2025 SALTIGA? And I'll tell you how. You can go to tacklewest.com.au and put a pre-order in. We are now taking pre-orders for this new reel, and every pre-order that we do receive, you are guaranteed to receive a reel out of the first batch that is coming in. These are due to come in early April. Very simple. Get onto tacklewest.com.au, place your order. We will lodge that in the system, and I will show you how we're going to go about getting that reel to you. All right, guys, so once you have pre-ordered your SALTIGA at tacklewest.com.au, what we are then going to do is we're going to make a pile, hopefully, of orders. And then once the reels come in, we are going to ship them out to you. If you order line with us, which we recommend you do, we will pre-spool the reel for you. So if you want that line put on that reel, we will professionally put the reel on for you with our machine. We will also throw in a little Tackle West sticker pack along with a Tackle West key ring. And then your reel is gonna come packaged in a brown SALTIGA box, wrapped up for extra protection in bubble wrap. Right, this is how your reel's gonna come. So, nice and protected in its packet, direct to your door. So guys, get online now, tacklewest.com.au, pre-order your brand new SALTIGA 25 and be the first person, or be one of the first persons, be one of the first people in the world to get yourself a brand new SALTIGA 2025.